بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف المرسلين سيدنا محمد صلى الله تعالى عليه وسلم أما بعد. Brothers and sisters everywhere in the world, I salute you in the best way. Assalamu alaikum if you're a Muslim, and if you're a Christian or a Jew, you say Assalamu alaikum. Well, I'm doing this video to comment on the African leaders' peace mediation in Russia and Ukraine. Well, everybody has his or her own view, and they have right to their views, you know. But my own intervention, it looks like you know hypocrisy. Why? Your own house is on fire. You leave your house on fire and then you go to other people's house that is on fire in order to off. I do believe you know where I'm coming from. We have Sudan. Sudan is Africa, one of the richest countries, one of the populated countries. It has a war between the leaders themselves that are leading the country. And we are seeing it on TV all the time while people are running from the country for safety, going to Egypt, going to Chad, going to Saudi Arabia, going to everywhere. All the neighboring borders are occupied with refugees, displaced people. This is unacceptable. Since it started in mid-April to now, we have not seen any African intervention. None. Now, our leaders from Senegal, from South Africa, and elsewhere are going to Russia and Ukraine for them to get peace. Does this make sense? How can you make peace in Russia and Ukraine while the most powerful countries are sending weapons, dangerous weapons to Ukraine to challenge Russia, while they know that Ukraine will never make it? No, Ukraine will never make it because it is a small country. It's a weak country. You giving heavy weapons to a smaller country to fight a bigger country like Russia, like China, like America, you are just adding the military capacity of that big country, because very soon their soldiers are going to take these weapons from the Ukrainian uh, soldiers, and they will increase their own capacity, and the atrocities will continue. The killing will continue. The refugees will be going to neighboring countries, and the sufferness of the people, especially the elderly people, the old people, children, women, are going to be the victims. So, Africa, let us put Africa first. Somalia is there. The war has been going on for over 20 years. What are you about? Ethiopia, the prime minister waged a war on part of the country, his own country, destabilized them, killed them, just like that. Nobody's even talking about it. Nobody. We also have other places that are, well, Guinea is not settled. People are demonstrating against the military government there. Nobody cares. Burkina Faso, in 1 year, last year, two military coups took place there. Mali is asking the French and the UN troops to leave the country. All these things are happening, but the African Union, the African leaders, collectively and individually, they are not there. No, you don't even hear anything on that. So it is not done. No, you cannot bring peace to Ukraine whilst the Europeans and the Americans are supplying them weapons, are supplying them military intelligence. For peace to prevail in any country, in any warring circumstance, is to bring people on the table, bring everybody on board. That is the Islamic provision. God Almighty says that when two parties are at war, you bring them to the table, you try to settle them. And if one rebels against that deal, all of you should attack that individual until he comes to the negotiation table. But this is not happening. When people rise against their governments, what they do is to support the smaller group, the protesters, against a whole government, just to make sure that the conflict continues, so that the weapons manufacturers can make more gains, can make more money. This is not done. So, Africans, let us be focused. Let us fight the problems that are in Africa so that we can become a force to reckon with. We can be one of the major continents in the world. We have everything. God Almighty gave us everything: diamonds, ore, bauxite, uranium, oil, um, forests, fertile lands for agriculture, so on and so forth. But we are not making use of them. Look how our children are dying in the seas around the world. The boat that capsized in Greece, is overloaded with Africans. Only Allah knows how many people have lost their lives. 700 people on board in one boat. That is allowed in this 21st century. Tunisia to Spain, Libya to Spain, Morocco to Spain. Look how African children are dying. It is shameful. From the Gambia, from Senegal to Europe, our children are dying in their hundreds, in their thousands. I heard in the news that this year alone, this is the 6th month of the year 2023, we have lost over 2,000 souls. African leaders have no idea at all. I agree with Professor P.L.O. Lumumba, who says that the people with ideas have no power, and the people in power have no ideas at all. This is fact. So, African leaders, please do something about Sudan. Sudan is a great country. The former leader, Omar al-Bashir, developed that country. The time he took over, Sudan had just few universities. By the time of his overthrow, Sudan can boast of over 30 universities in one country. We have so many African students who are studying in Sudan, just like in Egypt or Saudi Arabia, just like in Ukraine. We had so many students from the sub-Saharan Africa who were studying in Ukraine. Well, that could be one of the reasons for the intervention. But that's not the case. They didn't say anything about that. Students died there. Some of them went into exile, whose governments could not provide for them any means to come back home. So uh, Africa, wake up, wake up. Thank you very much. Until we see again, let me say something in Arabic before we close this session. أيها الإخوة، لماذا نترك السودان تموت؟ السودان تهلك. الحروب التي بدأت في العشر الأواخر في رمضان في هذه السنة الهجرية مات أكثر من 1000 شخص، والملايين فروا إلى بلاد أخرى، إلى السعودية ثم إلى تشاد، إلى نيجر، إلى مصر. وما زالت الحرب بين الزعيمين في السودان. ما زالت الحرب تقتل الناس، تطرد الناس، أطفال يموتون، نساء، كبار السن لا يؤبع بهم. ولا حرام عليكم أيها الأفارقة، أقصد زعامة أفريقيا، وكذلك ألقي اللمم إلى المسلمين، زعماء المسلمين في كل مكان إن هذه أمتكم أمة واحدة وأنا ربكم فاعبدون. ولكن أصبحت أمة مجزأة تقتل بعضهم بعضا. أحيانا أقول هؤلاء في السودان، هؤلاء الزعماء، هؤلاء الجنود في السودان، هل هم سودانيون حقيقيون فعلا؟ أنتما البرهان ونائبه، هل أنتما سودانيان حقيقيان؟ ألا ترون ما يحدث؟ جثث منتشرة في الشوارع، ألا ترون هذا؟ لا يوجد منكم من يتنازل عن موقفه، ما يقول أنا تنازلت، استسلمت لأجل السلام. لا يوجد منكم أبدا. نسأل الله العافية. وهناك رسالة أخرى أريدكم أن تستمعوا إليه. حرام، والله حرام. يخرجوا على عمر البشير لما حصل ما يحصل الآن أبدا، لما حصل مثل هذا أبدا. لكن لسبب خروجكم على زعيمكم انظر ماذا يحدث. لولا الخروج على الغذافي في ليبيا لما حصل ما يحصل الآن أبدا. لو لم يخرجوا على حسني مبارك ما حصل ما يحصل أبدا. انظر في اليمن، سوريا، العراق، انظر ماذا يحدث في هذه البلاد أيها الإخوة. لو لم تخرجوا على الحكام هناك لما حصل ما يحصل الآن. هذه نصيحة أيها الإخوة الكرام، لا تخرجوا على الحكام، ما في فائدة. فصبر جميل، وتواصوا بالحق وتواصوا بالصبر. الرسول منعنا عن هذا، نهانا عن هذا، نهانا عن الخروج على الحكام أيا كان، ولو كان عبدا حبشيا ما لم يأمر بالكفر. هو صلى ولم يصلي لا بأس. إن لم يمنعكم من الصلاة، أنتم تخرجون للصلاة وتدرسون الدين وتدرسون القرآن، لا بأس، لأنه سيموت يوما ما، لا يبقى أبدا. البقاء لله. أحسن. لو صبرتم، لو انتظرتم قضاء الله سبحانه وتعالى فيه أحسن. لا تخرجوا عليهم بعدها. ربيع العرب، عرب سبرينج، ما في فائدة أبدا. بارك الله فيكم، بارك الله فيكم. وأقول قولي هذا واستغفر الله لي ولكم. أخوكم في الله علي في سيراليون غرب أفريقيا. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته.